3.
4.
3.
Christopher, Rebecca.
The history of literature dates back to the beginning of time. From the Bronze Age to today's evolution of modern pieces, literature has helped mold the world, and without it, our society would not be as advanced as it is today. Philosophers such as Aristotle, writers such as Shakespeare, and people who have made literary history, such as Anne Frank and Martin Luther King Jr., have created the knowledge that we have all been able to acquire through literature and have made an impact on society.
The pop world and beyond mourn the Beatles' John Lennon, murdered in New York.
John Lennon, the former Beatle, was murdered in front of his apartment late last night.
Where they were shot by a man who has been described, as you have said, by the police as deranged or a kook or something like that.
Lennon, what happened that night?
Well, if you want to pick it up from the night, I was standing there with a gun in my pocket.
Knew you were going to shoot him?
Sorry?
Knew you were going to shoot him?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Tried not to, praying not to, but knowing down deep it was probably going to come to that.
Did you know it would be that night? Did you know you would see him again?
Yes, I knew that morning, oddly, when I left the hotel, I had some type of premonition that this was the last time I was going to leave my hotel room. I hadn't seen him up to that point. That's what makes it interesting. I wasn't even sure he was in the building. And then I left the hotel room, bought a copy of The Catcher in the Rye, signed it to Holden Caulfield from Holden Caulfield, and wrote underneath that, "This is my statement," underlining the word "this," the emphasis on the word "this." I had planned not to say anything after the shooting. Walked briskly up Central Park West to 72nd Street and began milling around there with the fans that were there, Jude and Jerry, and later a photographer that came there.
Literature not only affects the world in a positive way, but also a negative. The Catcher in the Rye, written by J.D. Salinger, a very well-known book throughout the world, greatly affected society, being banned from a numerous amount of schools. It is said by Mark David Chapman himself, the book The Catcher in the Rye influenced him to murder the great John Lennon. No one exactly knows why or how. Other men, such as John Hinckley Jr., responsible for the shooting of Ronald Reagan, and Robert John Bardo, responsible for the death of Rebecca Schaeffer, are also connected to The Catcher in the Rye.
As you can see, literature and written words can bring society knowledge and allow people to experience new things, yet it can also cause serious turmoil and public disruption.